I sort of felt that I just wanted to tell like a night in the life of Batman. You know, what does a Monday night look like for Batman? But then when we hit on the idea of the blackout, that was when it was like, oh, okay, that's the hook. It all came out of that simple idea that he's got to get from one side of Gotham to the other in total blackout with no support, like he's marooned, abandoned, and the entirety of Gotham is kind of trying to sort of get on top of him, disable him, take out EMP, our new villain. So yeah, it's a very simple concept, I guess, you know, but it all just happens within one evening. EMP is he feeds on energy, you know, so that can be electricity, it can be emotional energy, but he can't really control it. So he's been subdued in Arkham for years and years. They're basically transporting him from the old, maybe slightly outdated Arkham Asylum to the new facility, Blackgate Prison. So he's traveling in this kind of Faraday cage, which is like a box that keeps the energy kind of contained. But without giving too much away, things go wrong. He's a very volatile character, basically, and Batman having to get this guy from one side to the other, during this kind of crazy night is a challenge. It's a different muscle to flex for sure. I've been lucky that I've worked with some of the best writers in comics, but yeah, this is something different, and it's definitely more challenging, but it's all the more rewarding for it. I find drawing the thumbnails is how I write the script, essentially. I write a little outline of what's going to occur in the issue, and then I basically get to doing the layout. So, and that's how I can figure out the pace and the rhythm and the size of the scenes and how they all fit together. I'm not sure I'm quite wired to sit down at a typewriter, and literally write a sort of 30-page script and then sit down and draw it. Even though that's what I receive from other writers, I feel like for this thing, it sort of suits my just the way I do things. That I sort of write it by drawing it, and I edit it a lot and take stuff out and everything else, and I move pages around and panels around, but I'm essentially I'm much more comfortable telling the story visually. That's seemed to be the way that it's worked best for me. Yeah, I do love using black, and what better character is there to use black on than Batman? I feel like so many times when I've drawn him, you sort of do quite a lot of underdrawing, and the more black you add, he tends to just look better and better and better until you're just left with that iconic silhouette that we all know, with the two piercing eyes. And as if he wasn't black enough, I've called this book One Dark Night, and it's set during a blackout, so there's even more black in this book, which sounds like it could be easier, but it's actually super challenging to make that work in a really effective way. One page that remained exactly the same from the tiniest little thumbnail when I had the idea to the inks to the color, and it's in the very early stages of Batman chasing EMP across Gotham. It has a huge bat symbol kind of on City Hall. It was one of those pages where I could see it immediately, and I'm pleased to say the final art kind of which is quite rare for me. I was kind of reasonably happy with it. So that was the page that really kind of summed up the initial kind of momentum of the story, and it was a lot of fun to draw. The evening that it got announced, I was sort of, my phone was lit up for hours and hours and hours. It was this is a story that's very dear to my heart, and I put so much into it. So to get that kind of response from, hopefully people are looking forward to seeing the book, it was just, the icing on the cake for me. I've spent the last year already on this story. I'm putting everything I've got into it, and I can't wait for everyone to see it.